G'day and welcome to Bummers on the Bench. My name is Jacko and welcome to the draft. With me is Josh and Randy. How are you, boys?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We're repeats for once. Turns out this is my second week in a row. Glad to be here.
You've made it back. I've made it back.
We missed last week because no one could fucking do an episode.
But you and I are the first two reoccurring guests.
I know,
according to
right?
Jack, it's really nice being here. Like all the other predecessors, they sucked.
So I'm going to explain what the point of this afternoon is. Andy has come up with a bunch of different players and we are drafting them into an NRL side. I've never done a draft before, so before we began recording, I sat down with Andy. He's like, "You ready for tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, man, of course, of course." What's a draft?
So, do you want me to explain what I've done?
Yes, please.
I have taken 88 current NRL players and chucked them onto a page, plus 12 wild cards. Now, the wild cards consist of people who play for the Dragons, people who play for the Roosters, people who play for both, one that has played for the Roosters at the back end of his career, and one who never played for either team, because I forgot Cooper Cronk played for the Roosters.
The man who won 2 premierships. He goes, "Yeah, I forgot Cooper Cronk played." I was like, he's probably your best halfback of all time.
Yeah,
So I take it Minnie's on that list then.
he is on that list, yeah. So
Get him on.
So the way we've done this, we've predetermined the draft order. So it'll be me first, Josh second, Jack third, and then in round 2, or every even round, Jack, Josh, myself. Serpentine the draft order. We'll do 4 rounds, talk about some of the news that have happened today, then we'll continue more news, something like that to break it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is the list of the 100 people that we are allowed to choose from. Yellow are 4 backs, pink halves, red forwards, green wild cards. You can put anyone on this list anywhere on your team. If you want a team of terribleness, pick all backs or all forwards. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Bro, a team of terribleness feels too fucking real right now, so I'm going to go for a dream team.
I have put a very special back in there for both of you.
Should we do team names?
We should do team names.
Yeah, I like to go last.
Okay. Jack, you go first.
For team names?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have decided to call my team the St. Laurent United Tiger Sharks, or as I like to call it, Sluts.
Nice. I wanted to be the Rushcutter Bay Yacht Club, but then I thought of something even funnier, and I'm Randy's Dirty Cheeseburgers.
That's pretty good.
Love that.
Josh, what are you called?
We are the Nowra United Toad Slammers, also known as Nuts. That's right, baby. We got sluts and nuts on this show. We got everything.
We got everything a man wants. We have dirty cheeseburgers, nuts, and sluts. We might have finally just made it as a show this afternoon.
It's about time.
It's about time. All right, so who's picking first?
I'm picking first, and the other thing I forgot to mention, you have a 30-second time limit, because otherwise this would take fucking ever.
All right.
So
I can't read real fast. So this is going to...
if you want, we can pause for a couple minutes so you can just go through it. Take 2 minutes, you can go through it and come up with a plan. I know that's...
No, you know what? I think just winging it's going to be so much funnier because we're going to end up with some pretty cook lists at the end.
Yeah, because I don't even know half the position of these players.
No.
Oh, you can figure it out, though. Basically, backs, halves, forwards, wild cards.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Who's going first?
I'm first.
Right.
Timer is starting now, and I don't need it because my first is the New South Wales captain, the Australian captain, James Tedesco.
Oh, so the man who's retiring in like a year.
Yep. I'm definitely taking Dylan Edwards. I also don't need any time.
I might.
Ready, Jack?
Yep.
Go.
Nathan Cleary.
Jack, you get 2 in a row. Just remember that.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, so now we go into round 2. Jack gets the second go.
Oh, fantastic. Nico Hines.
Damn.
Not bad.
I'll give me Munster.
Fair enough.
Good. That's good.
I'm going to take the legend. I'm going to take Brad Fittler.
Oh, Freddie.
That's very good.
Keep in mind, wild cards are in their prime.
Ooh.
And then my pick again, I'm going to take Ben Hunt.
Can't believe he's done this to us.
I thought one of you would take him. I'm putting him at 9 too.
Oh, shit. That's a great idea. I didn't even fucking think of that.
That's fucking sick.
So hold up. Before we go on, let's just cross out who we've taken. Josh, your turn. 20 seconds.
I'll take Fitzgibbon.
Nice pick. Really nice pick.
Who?
Craig Fitzgibbon, former St. George and Roosters legend. Jack, you're on the clock.
I'm on the clock. I am going to take Harry Grant.
Nice call. As soon as you've written that, you'll be back on the clock. Who is your pick in round 4?
In round 4, I am going to draft Anthony Minicello.
Nice pick. Damn it.
How does that feel?
I deserve that.
Also, question, why the fuck isn't Ben Hunt in the legend category?
Because he's a current player.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Josh, you've got 21 seconds left. Sorry.
Oh, wow, Jack. You just taking
I'll give you an extra 5 seconds at the end.
Thank you. I'll take Felt.
Nice.
Shocking pick.
I'm going to take Joey Manu.
Ankles. Sorry, that's a bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit rude. And we'll do one more round and then we'll do some news.
I like it. This is exciting. I'm having a good time.
For my next pick, I'm going to take Victor Radley.
Man, you're building the Roosters.
He's going as good as he can. He's what? Teddy, Manu, Radley.
I've got everyone a Rooster except for Ben Hunt. Josh, you're on the clock.
You know what? I'm going to pick someone up before he gets taken. Give me RCG.
Nice pick.
Good pick. That's a good pick. Not like you, Andy. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Oh, I mean, it would be crazy if I didn't pick this fella, but David Fafita.
Nice pick.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
All right. Maybe we'll take a little pause on the draft right now. Let everyone cross things off that need to be crossed off. And let's talk about the big news today. Because there was some big news that dropped for your boys.
That's right, BBL. How'd you know?
Man, I'm so happy they reduced the number of games in the BBL.
Well, Benny Hunt's playing for Hobart Hurricanes, isn't he? I think they're bringing in Hook to coach.
Man, he's just following around at this
Well, he's great at having a field full of players who just fucking stand around all day. Tell me that's not cricket.
And I mean, he's literally a Storm which came in, fucked shit up and left.
So Hook has been, and I almost think a little bit brutally has been told that thank you, but go home, back to Queensland, like dropped completely today. I didn't think they were going to be that harsh. Like, I know I'm not a biggest fan of Hook, but I thought at least they'd be like, you know, take a couple of weeks, maybe pack your things. He had to rush to pull that Benny Hunt photo in the Broncos jersey off that wall when he left this morning.
Yeah, it was 7:35 he left the Dragons compound at Wynn Stadium this morning.
We have to admit, he knew this was coming. He must have known this game was his last game to make something of himself.
But
And I reckon his bag was already packed like an elimination round.
I don't know why they fired him, right? Because we win almost every week.
Every single... I don't think I've seen us
Because
lose
we
yet.
almost won last week, and we almost won the week before that, and we almost won the week before that. So we're winning nearly almost every week. Almost is the key word.
That is the key word.
Almost won. And is it Jason Carr, the assistant coach that no one's heard of, is stepping into the role?
Yeah, he's doing the interim role for the time being while George Mimis, Jason Riles' agent, met with the Dragons yesterday in Sydney, I want to believe, and he's also the manager for Ben Hornby. So I can imagine an announcement's imminent considering the other huge news last night was Craig Bellamy signed on for another year.
Not that shocked.
I was expecting it, to be honest. I didn't realize his contract finished.
Well, at the start of the year, he was like, yeah, I think this is my last year. And then in the past 2 weeks, he's like, yeah, maybe I'll stay around.
But even last year, he was having that sort of thoughts. Like, he wants to be wrapping up, but I think until he feels like there's a comfortable point where he can leave his team in the hands of the... Is Billy going to be the next coach?
No, so he won't... Gordon and Buzz actually asked him on NRL 360 after the announcement last night. I was like, well, who are you waiting for? Who do you want to take over? Bellamy sort of scapegoats. I'm not going to give you an answer to that. But what they all pretty much speculated is Bellamy doesn't want to leave Melbourne until it's the right person.
I think he doesn't want to leave until Bennett goes. I genuinely think he's going to stick around as long as Bennett sticks around because I think they have a bit of a I'm going to outlast you kind of vibe.
Well, you know, Craig was Bennett's assistant at Brisbane in the early 2000s.
Yeah, and I think he doesn't want to be the assistant to retire before the teacher. I think it's that. It's a big
like
conspiracy theory.
Master becoming the student becoming the master type
I
thing.
think he wants to outlast him a little bit. But then they've all got to outlast Sheens, who's what, 109?
72, actually.
He's old.
So
He's
is
old.
Bennett. Bennett's in his 70s as well.
Bennett's 77 this year.
900 games he's coached in the first grade too.
Will he go to 1,000?
No.
That's like another 4 years.
3 years.
I don't think he... I think because the Dolphins have the succession plan, because when the Dolphins was announced and Bennett was announced as the coach, it was because the NRL pushed for Bennett to sort of start that team off. It's similar to how with the 18th franchise being announced, the NRL is pushing for Bellamy to do the Bennett role with the 18th franchise as well as like whether he comes in as the head of football or as the head coach for the first 2 years. But Dolphins have a succession plan already in place with Christian Wolf. Like, I don't see Bennett getting another run as a head coach at the Dolphins past this contract sort of thing.
I think he's done. He wanted to go back to a Queensland team. He wanted to finish in the state he started.
He wanted to shove it up Brisbane's ass.
Yeah, because they wouldn't take him back.
No, because I kicked him out.
Also that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think for that 18th team coming in, you'd be kind of crazy if you didn't look at people like Des, who's sitting there, who can give you 5-6 years guaranteed.
What do you mean? Des should be looked at for your boys.
But they haven't. Like, seriously, the Dragons have pretty much looked at every person with the qualifications and gone, nah, we want to try someone new. I'm okay with it. I'm a firm believer that Des, being the mad scientist that he is, can only coach Manly.
But he couldn't coach Manly last year. They were terrible.
Yeah, but
that was because Tommy was out.
Exactly. I think that just Manly and him are inseparable. This is just a bump in the road. He'll be back.
Fair.
Seabold will start texting people again, and Des will be back. Don't look at me like that.
Like what?
Like I've said something controversial. He's
Oh,
a
you
menace on the keyboard.
Seabold's a
Swishy.
menace in Macca's.
Oh, speaking of which, footy tips. I did not do too great in the boys one, but in my work one, I tipped a perfect round this weekend, and I've never felt worse. I've never felt worse. Because I do our boys one first, and I go, that's who I think will win. And then any game I'm 50-50 on, I pick the opposite. So this week I'm doing my work one first, and then treating the boys one like my work one. So perfect round coming up. Guaranteed.
You're last now.
I'll make that 26 cheeseburgers, motherfuckers. Perfect round coming up.
I have a nice little 1 point buffer on you finally.
Man,
Did you tip the Cowboys?
I believe. Let me have a look.
I believe we did.
But I think I did. I'm pretty sure it was only Sunday that fucked me.
Yeah, the same as me. Same as me.
How did Knights put 44 points on Titans? I was not expecting this.
Oh, I didn't even check the boys' tips this week. I think I've maybe got 2.
Yeah, me and you put
got
Cowboys and Jack went the Dragons still.
Why would you pick the Dragons, my dude?
I believe. Because the Cowboys have been pretty shit house all year. It's only in the last 2 weeks they've gotten good. I thought last week against the Roosters would have been a flash in the pan and they go back to being a bit, how you going?
Nah.
I was wrong.
You're wrong about Broncos. You're wrong about the Dragons. And you're wrong about the Titans.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
In good news, though, we had an actual punch on. That was fantastic.
Dude, that fist went swinging.
I
He missed, but it went swinging.
texted someone. I was like, there's a fight. And they went, oh, yeah. No, I was like, no, it's a real one this time. Like, he punched him in the fucking face. But they've got history, Hornsborough and Madison.
Yeah.
Because remember when Hornsborough got sent off and teared up on the field and gave the finger to the crowd a couple of years back? It was because him and Madison got into an argument on the field. He got binned. And on his way off, he started to cry. And then the power crowd starts giving him hell. And he's giving him the finger on the way off. So this week, he was just like, nah, fucking hate that dude. And just drilled him. And everyone's like, oh, he threw one punch. Watch the footage on the ground. He feeds him another 4 or 5. Like, it was a real fight. I'm here for it.
I want more Biffs.
Bring back the Biff, baby.
Angels played in town lately. It's time.
I mean, how good is a rugby league fight? And how much would the back chat stop? If you think about it, if someone could just square up and punch someone in the
Like,
face.
actually get their
Yeah,
flared up tempers out instead of just taking out in the ref, getting told to shut up and getting sent off.
I think a lot of wingers would be a lot more kinder on the field if you've got it's like Junior Paulo, right? If I said something to him and he squared up at me, I'd just start saying sorry. Like there's a few people, JWH.
Did you hear him on the a couple weekends ago?
Bro, he blew up.
So he got high shot at, was it last week in the Cowboys game?
I don't.
I think it was last. Yeah, because I watched that one. He copped one around the chin. The ref didn't call it. Jared, he's slow to get up, looks at him,
I did see this, yes.
and he looks at the refs like, "I'm gonna crack him, G."
I mean, the ref is like, well, don't. You're not allowed to. He's like, I don't care. I think you would see a lot of backs be a lot nicer, and you'd see a lot of forwards be a lot worse, is what would happen if that rule was in place. Because if I'm a prop, like Will Chambers would be dead.
Oh, mate,
Straight
it
up.
would have been great watching him get flogged.
He'd be done. Munster'd get done.
Latrell would get done. Cody Walker would get done.
Half of rabbits would get done.
Li-
The other half
literally.
would be the ones doing it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I reckon, genuinely, we should, and this is going to sound absolutely fucking crazy, I reckon players should vote on the worst referee of the year, and then they have to do a boxing match with the player they bin the most. It'd be Radley versus Klein.
Oh, mate.
100%.
That'd be the single greatest pay-per-view of all time. That'd be the most bought pay-per-view in Australian history.
I'm pretty sure he might kill him.
No.
No, proper boxing match, but it's bare knuckle boxing.
Gloves. Klein's got,
He might still kill him.
It'd still be great.
I mean,
Like, we all know how big and scary and strong Victor the Inflictor is.
Why do you think I picked him?
I don't know why you picked him for your football team, bro. You better have some good interchange, man, because you're gonna need him a lot. Actually, no, you won't. He'll be in the bin.
You know what? Since it's fair, how about this? You get Hargraves as well, Rhea Hargraves, and you just put him next to Radley, so they can just be swapped in and out.
Yeah, just rotating bin.
JWH is on the list.
He is. I did see there's three. There's two or three.
Yeah, because they didn't fit in the damn. It made this line go to another page. I was like, nah, fuck it. They can just have initials.
Well,
Speaking
there
of
we go.
which,
Let's continue. I
Yeah.
believe it's your turn, Jack.
I do believe it is my turn, and
Clock, you're on the clock.
Xavier Coates,
Nice pick.
but he's in Melbourne now, so he's a Mexican. So it's Javier Coates.
Josh, you are on the
Cobbo.
clock.
What'd you say?
Cobbo.
Selwyn. Yeah, that's a good choice.
I need to see this. See, now I need to think.
Yeah, you've run out of roosters. Oh no,
No, I haven't.
Sawali's on there. Pick Sawali.
No, I'm not picking Sawali. I did think about it. I was like, actually, you know what? Adam Dewey.
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 You're a fucking idiot.
In centre. At centre.
Oh, nah. Nah.
Why? He's the best player at the Tigers when he's not injured. And then for my next pick, I'm going to take Brett Morris.
That's
Yeah.
shocking.
Why?
Shocking. He's picked another fucking rooster.
He was a dragon too, motherfucker. Josh, you're on
Not
the
a
clock.
good one.
He won a comp with you guys.
It's true.
Actually, he stole a comp with you guys.
It was against you too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. 15 seconds.
Oh, it's too much pressure now. You know what? Give me a pain ass too.
Take him.
That's not bad.
Jack, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I've got a double, don't I?
You do have a double.
All right. Stephen Crichton
Okay.
and Valentine Holmes.
Nice picks for the centres. Might need to cross some names off too. 20 seconds, Josh.
I'll take Mr. Damien Cook.
Nice pick. Oh, who's been taken? So Payne Haas, David Fafita.
You're on the clock, Andy.
No, I'm not. I'm crossing.
20 seconds.
He's
reading. He's reading. He's cheating. He's cheating.
I was actually looking for the names we've taken. Fuck.
Yeah, oh yeah, and I'm not reading any of the others. You motherfucker.
All right, I got two, so I'm going to take Angus Crichton. Shocking.
Oh my God, Josh. Let me guess. There's 14 roosters on this list, and you're going to get 13 of them.
No. And I'm going to take Blake Laurie.
Good.
Who did I say?
Good. I
took
Crichton and Laurie.
I want Payne Haas. I'm not. No. I'll take Brandon Smith.
The cheese.
Yeah. Give me a big block of cheese.
Well, he's got the block, and you've got the cheese. Okay.
Now comes the fun part where we've got to try and figure out how to fill out our team.
I've been putting mine in order. I'm going to take Jason Taumalolo. Do I have two?
You have two.
And Pat Carrigan.
Nice picks. Josh?
I need to start figuring out. Shit. You know what? Has anyone taken Tupu yet?
No.
There we go. I need me another center.
You're going to put Tupou at centre? He's a winger.
I know.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just going to put him in wing.
Fair.
Josh doesn't know where the numbers correlate on the field.
All right.
This is what I like about rugby union. Because the lower the number, the fatter the dude. That's how it goes. Because number 1 is like a fridge with legs.
Like, I still need me a 4, a 7, and a 12.
So I'm going to take Mitch Moses at 7. And then for my second pick for the next round, I am going to take... Oh, I could have taken him. I'm going to take Cronk at 14. Because I'm...
Another rooster.
I fucking forgot Cooper was on the list.
He's actually
He's just making the roosters.
Mate, I've got Cronk at 14 because I'm dumb.
Yeah, bro. Well, you can slot him in later.
Bro, I'm still trying to figure out my next fucking center. I still don't know. You know what? I'm going to pick Lomax.
It's good. Yeah. Oh, you seeing the starting side this week? He better be.
Yeah, they brought him back since Hook's gone.
He better be in the starting side. I am going to pinch Reed Marnie.
Good pick.
Yep. And I'm also going to take Katoni Staggs.
I've already taken Stags.
Oh,
See,
shit.
this is
Alex
why-
Johnson.
This is why we need to cross these shit out.
No, I like this because it makes me think Alex Johnson.
Wait. No, I didn't take Stags. My bad.
Ah, motherfucker.
My
Who'd you
bad.
take? Cobbo.
Yeah.
You idiot. I'm happy with Johnson.
Fucking-
You can take Stags if you want him.
Nope, Johnson.
Fair enough.
Fucking what 5/8s have we got still? Can't even recognize any.
He's
No, I can't take any of the legends.
What? You're not going to take a legend.
I've already taken a legend.
You don't. You can take as many as you
I
want.
can take as many as I
I
want.
said you could take as. I've taken
Ah.
Brett Morris and fucking Fittler and Cronk.
I don't know where any of them played except for Minicello.
There's another 5/8 right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Soward. If I could take 2, I would have taken Soward ages ago.
You could have I said you could take anyone off the list.
I wasn't listening, Randy.
Clearly
It
not.
just excited me.
I just love playing.
You've put our favourite colours on a page.
Fair enough. I didn't use blue. Damn. I'm gonna take.
There's plenty of red and white on it.
I'm gonna take Jake Travojevic.
That's a good choice. In prop.
Yeah. And then for my last starting player, I'm gonna take Isaiah Yo.
Oh, he's got a good lock right there.
No, he's playing 12.
Fool.
I want Papali'i.
Which one?
No,
Is it-
is Papali on there? Yeah, Papali's on there, but you're taking Isaiah, yeah? Yeah.
He looked good in number 12.
Okie dokie. Well, I need another prop. Oh, actually, I need another second row, so I'm going to take Satili Tupanua.
Fair enough. Nah, I didn't want him.
Best hair in the league.
Because he reminds you of you.
Yeah, 100%. And I need a prop. So I'm going to take Christian Welch.
Nice pick.
I might take Hudson Young as my interchange.
Nice. I need I need a winger. So I'm going to go ahead and take Josh Adokar.
Ooh, nice.
The Fox. That's such a good pick.
Can't go wrong.
I can't believe he's still on the board.
To be fair, I just look at the page and one of the names I recognise I pick. I didn't see him on there. Yeah, Josh and I, we don't know who's on there.
I'm going to take Kickow on my bench as well.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take Capewell.
Nice.
He's one of the best plotters the game has ever seen, bro. That's fantastic. He'll slow the line down like no one else.
Let's go.
On one of my bench plays, I only need some bench plays now, so I'm going to take Keon Cole-Matangi.
I thought about him, but he's a rabbit, and my team is void of rabbits.
And I'm also going to take Ryan Madison.
Solid picks. Josh?
Taking Harry Grant.
No, Harry Grant.
I've already got him. I got him. I got Hazard.
You're right.
I got him.
My bad. Give me Carrigan then.
Carrigan's already been taken. Too.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is why we need
Yeah,
to...
I got Carrigan too, bro.
This is why we're trying to cross these out.
Nah, fuck it. I like the chaos.
Yeah, I do enjoy the chaos actually. Kaloa Matangi, can I have?
I just took him.
Kate Wells
It's almost like I'm doing this.
I'll tell you what, you can have Ryan Madison if you want.
No, I want Nas.
Oh, cool, because I've got Ryan Madison too.
So you're taking Nelson Asafa Solomona?
No, I'm taking the rapper.
Oh, cool. Then I'm getting Biggie. And Andy gets Shug.
Oh no.
All right, well, I'm going to take for my last two picks, I'm going to take JWH.
No
Of
way.
course. I'm going to take...
next to Rad Radley too.
And finally, the last pick on the greatest team of all time, I'm going to take Dale Finucane.
I'm gonna take Jaira.
He was on my list too. All right, and for my
Should have said him, Jack.
Well, that's fine, dude. That's fine because I just need a utility, so I'm going to pinch Matt Burton.
Big Boot Burton.
Big boot buttons going for
My
it,
team
boy.
is done.
Yeah,
That is, I'm pretty solid with my team. I'm pretty happy
Yeah,
with
because
it.
you picked the Roosters.
you did.
Because you just picked the Roosters,
Did
bro.
just
Hold
pick
up.
the Roosters.
Oh, wait, we got to do coaching as well. Hey.
yeah.
Can we just make a rule and none of us can pick Blocker because all three of us want to pick him?
I'll just
Yeah,
cross
that's
that out
fair.
right now. Just not him. So it can be someone else then.
Who can be the team of this?
Blocker's dad. The man who taught the legend himself.
Just keep in mind, anyone across the league.
Anyone across the league.
Oh, now perfect.
Who have you taken? Oh, we want to write them down and then come up with it? All right.
Why am I looking at the list?
Because mine's ridiculous.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of a ridiculous coach as well.
I've already done that, and because you gave me such large parameters, I thought of it straight away.
Good. Oh! We allowed two coaches?
Yeah, you can pick an assistant. There's
Oh.
pick a main and an assistant.
Perfect. So now I can have one that's actually never going to say a thing and then an actual coach.
Oh, I did not pick a single coach. I did not pick a coach.
Oh, I've
I picked the greatest duo of all
no,
time.
I've picked the greatest duo of all time.
All right, then I'll go silly too because I just wrote Wayne Bennett. So I'll pick silly too.
I'm really curious of who you pick.
Oh, the worst.
Oh, mine's pretty bad.
Once you told me I had an assistant, I added in a coach's assistant.
Oh, lovely.
All right.
Okay.
I'd love to go first.
Can you go first?
Yeah,
So-
please.
For the nuts, who are you bringing in to coach your team?
All right, so our coach, the Raiders mascot.
And who's the assistant coach?
Todd Carney and the dog.
Nice.
You mean Mitchell Pearce and the dog? Todd Carney pissed in his own mouth. Mitchell Pearce, fuck the dog.
There we go. I'm changing to Mitchell Pearce.
Fair
and
enough,
his
Jack.
dog.
Who's coaching the Sluts?
The sluts will be possibly the biggest slut of the league. Buzz Rothfield.
God damn.
Buzz is coaching. He's got a couple of years left in him. We'll get something out of him. And his assistant will be Mick Ennis. I think that's a good partnership.
Well, we're going to have a great rivalry because my coach is Nathan Highmarsh and Brian Fletcher.
let's go!
I was just like, that's going to be ridiculous.
So now I think for the listeners, because we've done this in segments, we should each read through our team lists. Starting
With Jack.
Yeah, I'll start first. So in fullback, I have Anthony Minicello. My wingers are Xavier Coates and Alex Johnson. Centres are Stephen Crichton and Val Holmes. Halves are Nico Hines and Nathan Cleary. Cleary 7, Nico 6. As it should be in Origin.
Freddie.
Fred. Props are Kristen Welch and Pat Carrigan. Hooker is Harry Grant. My second rowers are David Feeder and Satili Tupanua, and my lock is Jason Taumalolo, with the bench consisting of Reid Marnie, Kian Kaloa Matangi, Ryan Madison, and Matt Burton.
All right. I got
Go Sluts!
time for some nuts.
Can that be the cold open? Time for some nuts.
Fullback, I have Mr. Dylan Edwards. In my wingers, I have Felt and Tupou. Then for my centers, I've got Cobbo and Lomax. Then I got Munster and Soward in my halves and 5/8. I got RCG Fitzgibbon for my props. I got Damien Cook as my hooker. And for my 4-pack, I got Haas, Papali'i, and Brandon Smith. And then for interchange, I got Hudson, Capewell, Nas, and Jairo.
That's pretty good, just considering Craig Fitzgibbon played in the second row his whole career.
No, he didn't.
When did he play in the front row?
He played prop.
No, he didn't. Because every game in the Roosters, he was number 12. And that was the only part of his career that mattered.
Well, Andy, why didn't you read us our team list?
There we go.
But that is the 2023 Roosters.
The Randy Dirty Cheeseburgers
I forgot you called it that.
only have 1, 2,
He also played second row,
3,
apparently.
4, 5 current Roosters in it and 2 former Roosters.
That's
7.
That's about half. That's less than half.
Oh, well, if you want to play a team just on the field, that's over half.
Yeah. Your starting is over half Roosters.
But 2 of them aren't even starting.
Okay, fair.
But at fullback is the Australian and New South Wales captain, James Tedesco.
just for this year, mind you. That's it.
My wingers are Ratclaws, Brett Morris, and Josh Adokar, the fastest man in rugby league. My centres are Adam Dewey and Joey Manu. At 6 and 7, I've got Brad Fittler and Mitchell Moses. Gerbo and Blake Laurie are my prop forwards with Benny Hunt, the hooker. I've got Angus Crichton and Isaiah Yeo in the second row with Victor Radley in 13. Minus 10 minutes because he will get sent to the bin. On the interchange, I have Cooper Cronk, Viliami Kikau, Jared Warrior-Hargraves, and Dale Finucane.
And with that team, you are definitely sponsored by Sneaky Burger. No way. That's your main sponsor with the All-Ford pack, bro.
I was going to say some eastern suburbs car dealership.
Mate, I got Blake Laurie in the team. Of course, it's Sneaky Burger.
Yeah. I've got a couple of Roosters on my team, so it's probably some dentures mob because they don't have any teeth.
No, there's the rabbits that don't have teeth, you nom.
Oh, that's what
That's
I meant to
also
say, the
Penrith.
rabbits. And Penrith. I got a couple of Penrith boys. Josh, who's your title sponsor for the year?
My title sponsor. That's a great question. Milk. Because I
Just
got
in
lots-
general, it's not
milk.
a brand. It just says milk.
Well, think about it. I got a lot.
Not milk. Yes.
Turns out my sponsor is almond milk. Get your nut milk today, fellas.
Nut milk. Oh no.
Oh, that was great.
I don't want to talk smack, but I think my team's the best on paper.
I think on paper, mine's the best.
I think mine's shit.
Yours is actually okay though. You've got a couple of wobblies in yours, man.
What do you mean?
Dewey's an interesting pick.
Dewey, on his day when he's not injured, is one of the better players at the Tigers. And if he's playing in centre, it's not his. He's not there to control the ball. He's there to, get good ball to Josh Adokar so he can make a break.
You know what? It's not crazy.
I did think about it before I picked him. I'm just like, you know what? He usually plays fullback. Let's chuck him in the centres like everyone else does with centres these days.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at the list too, look at if we left on the board. We left Clint Gutherson, Latrell Mitchell, Tommy Turbo, Brian Toto, Will Kennedy, AJ Brimson.
Yeah, because they all suck.
Yeah, if they didn't suck, I
Hammer.
wouldn't pick him in my team.
The hammer. We left the hammer on the board for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well,
DCE.
again, washed.
I mean, that's fair. But no,
Manly, washed in general.
JT. We left Thurston on the board.
Yeah, look,
But
he's a bit of a grub though, isn't he?
I never liked JT.
Yeah,
because he's a Queenslander.
Oh,
It
cool.
was the laugh that did it for me.
Yeah, that machine gun laugh.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
That one.
the one that makes you sound like a sheep. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. And, he kicked that kid in the face too, so.
kid deserved it.
Yeah, true. He was a Queenslander. It was in Queensland, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Who cares? No one watched that game. Does anyone else have any news, though?
Oh, we got the Final Four in the NBA.
Okay, run us through it.
We have the Bubble Four. We've got the Denver Nuggets taking on the Lakers in the Western Conference.
Yep.
Boston Celtics taking on the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference.
So I, at the start of us talking about the NBA, said Heat. So I'm going to stay on the Heat train and say they're going to win the Eastern Conference.
I don't think any of the teams I mentioned.
I think they're all gone too.
I know
Every team I thought was going to win, bar Boston, is gone.
I know nothing about basketball.
This now is some fun. It's fun. If you
It's
look,
good to watch.
if you look back at the start of this year, I do want to take a little trip back. You might not have been watching, but the Lakers sucked.
They went 0-5, didn't they?
They didn't win a game for like 3 weeks in the NBA, and they managed to push to the conference final.
At the start of this year, there were headlines coming out is LeBron done? That's how bad they were doing at the start of the year. They were seen as it's over for them. Like, they have wasted their money and their talent. The people they've got on there aren't worth it. And now their chances are they money favourite?
Oh, I reckon they're the only team that can take it to the Nuggets.
Question.
Answer.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Now, I think I ended up watching the 4th game between Golden State Warriors and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Now, they said something. Is it something? There's an unbroken record that was happening to the Golden State Warriors until this year, wasn't it? Isn't it losing to the Lakers has broken that record?
I believe so, yeah.
I
know in that series, Steph went off. There was another young kid from the Lakers who went off, and they were doing everything in their power to get their team through. Can't remember the record you're talking about because
it was not losing or something like it was a really important one.
I feel like it was them not losing in
the semis. If they got to the semis, they would go on to win the division, I think. So it was if they got through the first round, they were guaranteed to win the division. I think that's what it is because a bunch of my kids at work love the NBA.
Yeah, because I fully remember watching it. I was like, oh shit, this is actually a really important, and they still cooked it.
I'm just glad Ben Simmons is out.
He was out. He was out in the first round. He didn't even play in it.
Classic Ben Simmons. Hey,
Nets haven't played him in I think it was a month before the end of the season. They stopped playing him.
I tell you what though, he's got one of the sweetest sports contracts in history. He gets paid millions of dollars and literally doesn't have to do anything.
The turnaround though, he's going to be on such a minimum if he gets another contract in the NBA. It's ridiculous how much that guy's fallen. He was a number 1 draft pick,
and he was also devastating before everything that went on over the last couple of years.
I also have to mention something. It's actually 3 records were broken.
3 records were broken. Have you got them, have you?
Yeah. So, number 1, 28 consecutive playoff series with a road win.
Nice.
They had at least 1 road win playoff game, 28 consecutive playoff series. It just came to an end. First playoff series loss in the Western Conference.
Damn.
Yeah. And then first playoff series loss when the Warriors' big 3 start every game.
And that's
Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
Oh, fucking Draymond Green.
Is he the one who hits everybody?
Yeah. So since the end of the season's happened, so at the start of the season, before the start of the season, Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole in preseason training. Jordan Poole kept his cool, calm, didn't say a word about it. It's now come out that there's a big divide between the big 3 and the young boys at the Warriors, and that's what's caused this downfall. These guys won it all last year, and now there's a big change in things. I think Draymond's off contract, so I don't expect him to get re-signed, which is huge for Golden State.
Every national sport has done their best to remove violence from the game as much as it can, except for hockey. Shout out hockey. They're we're
Thank
not
God
changing.
for hockey.
Yeah, honestly. Punching an opposition player in the heat of the moment is seen as sort of pretty passable. No one, we were just celebrating Corey Hornsborough belting Madison.
Yeah, it was great.
However, punching your own teammate is not a really good look, especially in preseason too, right? You're coming in as the reigning champions. Everything should be going smoothly. I wonder what went on.
I believe it's just it was a bust-up between the old guard and the new guard. It's very clear at Golden State there's going to be a changing of the guards. Klay Thompson's over 30. Steph Curry's right at the back end of his career. Draymond Green's definitely at the back end of his career with the way he's been playing.
Will this be a change of coach as well, do you
No,
reckon?
I don't think so. Steve Kerr's such a good coach at Golden State. If he leaves Golden State, please, for the love of God, Chicago, fucking throw every cent you have at him. Man used to play with Jordan. Get him in the team. Stacey King will love it. It'll be great. But seriously, I don't see Steve Kerr losing his job anytime soon.
Yeah, cool.
Man is just I think he's got one more win. He gets 100 playoff wins. That's how good this guy is. He's phenomenal, Steve Kerr.
I know the reputation he's held him, but the only reason I'm questioning is just because, if you are changing of the guard, I was wondering whether the coach would be in that list to be all right, we're doing a bit of a reset. I also don't think it's going to happen. I was just curious your thoughts on whether they would pull the full pin and go, okay, it's time for a bit of a rebuild.
Well, what I see with the Warriors going forward is it will be a rebuild team next year. It will be Steph will probably pass the guard. Steph and Clay will probably last 2 years of their career probably. I can't see Steph going around much more. He's done everything in the game he could possibly do, you know? Like, the LeBron era was really the Curry era with how many rings he won.
Yeah. Anytime LeBron didn't win one, it was Steph, wasn't it? Pretty much.
And Steph won more than LeBron.
Which is crazy, right? Because LeBron is still held as this absolute pinnacle peak perfection of basketball. Like, he is seen on the same level as almost MJ and Magic. I already said that. Michael Jordan, Magic. Right. He's spoken about in that level.
He is, but he's not.
I know. And that's what I agree with. Because he's not. Because when you've got Steph, who is technically more accomplished, but he's not always in that conversation. He's always remembered as one of the most accurate three-point shooters in history.
He's the most successful three-point shooter in history.
And he's a freak. Do you know what he used to do in training when he was a kid? He would not leave a daily practice unless he made 5 swishes in a row. That's how he, from the three-point line, that's how he got to that level. Every single day for his whole life, he would not leave until he got 5 swishes in a row. So if he got 4 and missed one, he'd do it again.
And the other thing with Steph too is at the start, the pre-game warm-ups, he's there, he's shooting from the free throw line, then he takes a step back, keeps shooting, and he just keeps going as far as he can until he hits the middle of the court, and he doesn't move until he gets it through the net. You know what I mean? Man, wow, that's his pre-game warm-up.
Basketball coaching and psychology is fascinating when you look into it. So I'm a professional trainer in my career, and one of the books I used to develop my training theory was the head coach of Villanova in high school basketball. He wrote a book. I use that in my work. Their psychology they use on their players is insane. Kobe Bryant was well known for starting practice at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And he would do every single day the most basic footwork, dribbling, and passing drills. And this coach in question, I think his name is Alan Stein Jr., would go to this practice and say, Kobe, like, you are one of the most successful basketball players of all time. Why do you do these drills? And he goes, why do you think I'm the most successful? That was his answer at 4 a.m. It's because every fucking day I make sure my feet are exactly where they need to be, and I make sure my passes go exactly where I need them to go, and I make sure that when this ball, I bounce it, it lands perfectly how I want it. They're freaks, man. NBA, it is a league full of freaks.
I got another Kobe story. So another thing he did too is he got the official referee handbook, which explains where they have to stand at all times throughout it. He figured out, okay, if they're standing there, I know I can foul this guy and get away with it. He read the book start to finish, memorized it, so he knew where he could foul and where he wouldn't get called for it. That's the level of dedication Kobe had. And I still don't think he's as good as Michael Jordan. And nor does Shaq, who played with Kobe.
Yeah.
Like, it's a different era. It really was. The 90s and the early 2000s, late 2000s were very different eras in NBA. But Michael's probably the greatest just purely because of what he did at Chicago in the 90s.
Was it 6 in a row or 5 in a row?
3 in a row, took a year off, another 3 in a row.
Oh, my God.
You gotta remember, he went to baseball for 18 months.
Yeah.
Came back the back end of the season, didn't do that well, won the next 3 championships because during that time he was filming Space Jam at the end of his comeback season. And what he did was he'd film and then he'd fly in anyone from the NBA who wanted a pickup game and he'd play with them till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And that's how he got his fitness for the next season, and it showed.
And LeBron's Space Jam sucked too.
Yeah.
So he was better. He made a better movie as well.
Exactly. LeBron's Space Jam sucked big time. I couldn't even get through the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I didn't even start it. I was like, I'm good.
It was
To be
bad.
fair, I haven't watched the original Space Jam either.
The original Space Jam's fantastic.
I haven't watched any movie except for Star Wars like 100,000 times.
Yeah, because it's the best movie ever.
You're telling me you haven't watched the Looney Tunes back in action? Now you think the Space Jam was a good movie? That was a great movie.
Man, that's Oscar winner actor Brendan Fraser in it too.
Bingo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Brendan Fraser won the Academy Award this
I
year
do
for
know
Best
that.
Actor.
Was it The Whale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that either, have you?
Of course not. Does anyone actually watch the Best Picture movie?
No.
I saw
Why?
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was, yeah.
It's impossible that you could have watched every movie at the same time, Josh. You're fucking lying to me.
You got proof?
No.
Then I have.
I actually did watch one year the Imitation Game when that won.
Oh,
I did watch that. That was a good movie.
I'm such a history loser nerd that I struggle to watch history biopics because I'm that dude in the theater who goes, they got it wrong. It's
Yeah, that doesn't shock
I
me.
can't watch it.
And now we've just discovered our new branch off bums in the movie cinema.
Bums in the cinema.
We're going to become a
Cinema
movie-
bums.
Cinema bums. We're going to become a movie review place. Jack, you're going to be our spearhead.
Oh, dude, absolutely. So it all began in a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away.
So back to sports.
And, well, there is no sports in Star Wars.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there's pod racing.
Pod racing, shit!
I want a 500-word report on pod racing on my desk tomorrow morning, Mr. Jack, because you'll be presenting it to this podcast next week.
I can name most of the contestants in the pod racing. There was Rat Terrell. Yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Spoiler alert. Doesn't end well for him.
Shit.
Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Andy's looking up spoilers for the race.
No, I'm actually looking up.
The announced list.
So
Yeah.
Zach Lomax is back in the
Yeah!
Yeah, and like I said, Little's back in 9.
Drew Hutchinson's playing 7.
Oh,
2
you got,
points, baby.
You got
That's
Manu in 5/8 still?
No,
No,
he's
Manu's
injured.
done for the year.
Wait, that's right. He got real bad.
Not
hurt.
year, is it?
Oh, I don't know how long.
It's like 2 weeks, bro.
Main thing, JWH is in. So
He
Blake
busted
Laurie's
his-
getting busted.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm going to watch JWH bounce off Laurie's stomach like he's a fucking trampoline.
Laurie's going over again. I can feel it.
He's been saying that all year, and it still hasn't happened.
Yeah,
yet.
and you know what's happened twice?
When did he score the second
Once-
time this year?
Once this year. He's only got once.
This week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then.
Come on, man.
I walked into that one.
And that's pretty much all the sport I watched. I watched a lot of football.
I didn't watch any sport this weekend.
I watched so much football. Let's talk about the footy. I actually was really, really happy with this week's results.
Why? Because I got you a new fucking coach.
No, because I'm ahead of Jack in sports tipping.
Oh, I've been ahead of you guys for a while.
Yeah, I'm coming for you next. You're next in line, buddy.
Yeah, but I've got a bit of a buffer between you, don't I?
Yeah, not with if I keep getting these real good weeks. But so did you. So
Yeah, me and you got the same last week.
we were really good last week.
I got 6 last week. I'm just pissed about the Broncos.
Like, okay, so we'll go on this week in review. We had Storm v Broncos.
That was a shit
Cracker
game.
game.
Fucking cracker of a game.
Absolute cracker.
Wrong person won.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Storm clearly showed they deserved it over the Broncos last week, though.
I think if the Broncos got one less sin binning, they would have had it because it was very exciting.
It was so good. I think it was much better than the game that came afterwards, the Bulldogs versus Warriors, in a
that
game
was a
that
bit of a shocker.
no one really expected.
I don't remember it, but I watched it. I don't remember
And then the
it.
next game was the South Sydney v the West Tigers. That was
Yeah,
a bit of a
yeah.
good
I don't
game.
think there was anything in between.
There definitely wasn't.
No, not like some sort of cat versus cock.
Nah.
Please.
Say nut again. That was funny.
Sponsored by Nut Milk.
But really, like, rabbits, we weren't really surprised.
No,
about.
it was
I
not
mean,
surprised. They were not beating the fucking Rabbits.
No.
I tell you what, though, first half they looked all right. First half was competitive. They kept him to what, 8-0?
I didn't watch.
I
didn't
I
watch
was,
any footy this weekend.
I was at the pub.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I left my house, but not here.
first time in a while.
Andy got shit at me last week. He's like, man, you've had to cancel twice. Why the fuck are you going out for dinner 2 times? I was like, oh, I got things on. And then a day later he goes, it was your birthday, wasn't it, you idiot? I was like, yeah, they made me go out for dinner twice. He's like, I can't believe they got you out of your house. I was like, yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, and then nothing happened, and then Raiders v Eels.
yeah, nothing
Oh,
happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. It wasn't 42-22 to the Cowboys or anything like that.
Have you
Sucked in, bro.
actually have you seen the Mad Dragons fan on Instagram?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this man is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
What about the TV one I showed you the other day?
It's so good.
All right. Sorry, listeners.
I really want to make some dumb joke about why the 300 was on the field, but I know I can't make it without sounding like an idiot and you two jumping down my throat.
Oh, send
But,
it.
oh my god, did you guys know that was Ben Hunt's 300th game? I was wondering why there was an extra 0. I just thought they couldn't count.
Howdy, partners. Perhaps I could be of assistance. This has nothing to do with you. I'll deal with you next week. This spoon, it does not belong to the Dragons. It belongs to one of these two clowns, the Tigers or the Cowboys. Today, we're going to make sure that this spoon stays in the possession of the Tigers. They're not getting anywhere. They are not getting off the bottom of the ladder. The first time we win in Magic Round is going to be today. So come on, Dragons fans. Fire up!
And then they went on to beat us.
Oh, he wasn't taking the piss.
No, he played every week. Put a Roosters jersey on him.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Your
Gotta say
reply
this-
to that of the man smashing the TV was, yeah, I'll take one of them too, please.
Yes.
I'm going to need one after this week.
Oh, I think I might not. I just might not watch it.
My brother's like, are you coming down to watch the game this weekend? I was like, no, man. No, I don't want to be there when we beat.
No.
I don't want to be there.
We're going to suffer.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I'm currently house sitting, so I'm alone. So I can just sit there in silence.
Yep. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Who else is playing this weekend?
All right, I got it up here. All right. So this week, we have Broncos v Panthers.
That's a good game.
That will be a good game. Dragons v Roosters.
That's gonna be a shit
That's
game.
going to be an
Oh.
absolute belter of a game, bro. I'm saying 3 binnins.
Rabbits v Eels.
Yeah, Radley goes to the bin 3 times.
Yeah.
Sharks v Knights.
Yep.
Cowboys v Tigers. There we go, baby. Battle of the wooden spoon.
That's gonna be a good game.
And then we just lost it.
Melbourne Dolphins.
God.
Then you got Titans Doggies. And to top the round off, we got Manly Canberra.
This actually might be one of the hardest weeks to pick.
I
So
just
far.
fucking
Every week. Every
No, but
week
like,
is difficult for
This
me.
one is genuinely like you got some some teams who are right smack bang about same
Broncos Penrith.
level. Like
Wait, what the hell?
Bulldogs Titans, same level.
Yep.
Dolphins Storm, same level.
Yep.
West Tigers versus Cowboys, same level.
Yeah.
Sharks.
Roosters Dragons, same level.
Nah, Roosters are still better.
No, we're not.
Like
Not
I
this
think
week.
the easiest one for me, and this is just saying, and sorry to any Eels fans out there, Rabbits v Eels. We all know Rabbits. winning.
Rabbits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a row.
That's the only one I can be like, yes.
However, I do want to point out that the not Penrith, Para have a real knack of knocking teams off that are higher than them on the ladder. They should lose to.
Yes, they can't beat a team like
They come
Tigers
up,
last year.
they come against the Tigers or a shit team, they get beat 50-0. But they come up against the Rabbitohs the next week, they win. They just got beat by the Raiders. What's the bet? Brad Arthur gets them up for this
And
week.
Moses is back too. Mitch Moses wasn't playing.
Actually, I want to bring something up. So did you hear what happened at the Canberra game? Jacob Arthur got absolutely riled by the crowd. They were abusing him and everything to the point where Clint Gutherson had to, it's like, oh, you pull your head in, like he's doing his best here, boys.
What for?
Because he's shit.
Oh.
But he's the father's son. You know, the coach's
yeah,
son.
yeah, I know that.
And yeah, so these fans just really gave it to him and like absolutely giving him stuff. And Clint Gutherson got really emotional about it. It's like, Matt, like, I can't believe our fans are doing this to one of our players.
Yeah, and it's his mate. Like he fucking
Yeah.
plays football with him.
Exactly. Like there's a fine line between abusing a player
And
for being
jeering him.
shit and doing something like that. Like just constantly abusing. Yeah, I'll call my players pieces of shit for 80 minutes. But that's when they're losing.
And not to their face.
No,
either.
I'll say it in my home. If I'm at the ground, I'm like, yeah, come on, boys. You know,
Yeah.
I try and fire them up. But at home when they're shit, I turn the TV off going, that's fucking shit.
And there is a special balance that needs to be held where, you know, this is supposed to be entertainment. These are professionals doing a job that none of us could do. Like,
Oh, God, no.
we watch it on the telly and we look at it and we go, oh, it's pretty good. And then when you go to a game in person, like our reaction from the first hit up on Anzac Day was like, yeah, all that shit I said about me putting a shot on is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not small dudes.
No.
There is no fucking way 99% of the fans of NRL could do what they do. And that 1% is the fucking Resi's grade.
No, I'll take him.
For anyone
I'd pay to
wondering,
watch that.
dude, yeah, I like Ashley Klein's chances on you, dickhead.
He could take me very easily. He's probably quite bigger than I am.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything else, or is that it, my friends?
I think that's it. I don't have anything more. I didn't watch
Oh.
much. Oh, actually, no. I do have one slight piece of news, and it is a sad piece of news.
Oh.
Randy Orton has been told to retire.
Oh, what
Oh,
happened?
no.
What injury did he have?
He suffered an injury last year in a tag match. Spinal, something with his spine in
Oh,
his
yep.
back. Yeah. This week, the doctors have told him that it would be in his best interest to retire from the ring, and Randy said, "Nah, fuck, he's in his training to come back."
Oh no.
But if it's as bad as what they're saying, a
gonna be
legend, I would say, from when we were growing up, has is maybe forced to retire.
So it's like an edge situation.
No, it's lower back, not spine, like
Oh.
neck. Like it's lower back. They didn't elaborate too much into it, but he didn't finish out the match, and it's kind of a shame because the match he was in was shit. So a guy who
Because
should,
they didn't have fucking Snoop Dogg there.
I know, right? Like the Snoop Dogg match was awesome. But yeah, no, I just thought I'd see our note to end on though.
Oh. Nuts.
And it's all right again
Social media, Bums on the Bench,
everywhere.
everywhere.
got
Listen
it
to our other show. Listen to what I want to say was the best episode of Formula Bums, where it was just me for 55 minutes, and then Andy comes in at the end and just yells at me.
Oh,
For all the wrong things he said, which was quite a lot.
I'm so excited.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Home.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Say us.
Love you.